Wait, can you hear me now? Okay. I don't know what was up with my mic, but it's game time. We're a little bit away from the game. 7:33 or 7:34 now, so there's a little bit left to go. We got two debuts today. Dozel or Doz, I think it's Dozel. It's Dozel, yeah. Why does it say? Okay, I don't know why that, or what. I'm confused, but okay. It's Duncan McGuire and Dozel. The lineups are Bond in goal for the Dynamo. Andrade, Resch, Halter, and Anali in the back line. Artur at CDM, Jack McGlynn and Hector Herrera as eights, and Bogusz Guilherme wingers, and Duncan McGuire, our new signing, up top. For DC, Sean Johnson in goal, Kurokawa, Sean Nealis, Lucas Bartlett, and Hefty in the back line. In the midfield, you got Pegalo, Dozel, Servania, and Hopkins. And at striker, you've got Baribo and Munteanu. Munteanu, I think is how it's said. See you in like a minute. It's almost time for kickoff. It's like about a minute away, maybe two. So excited for this one. It's been so long since the Dynamo has played an MLS game. The win probability. Dynamo have a 53.2% chance of winning and minus 125 odds. Draw is 24.7 plus 308. DC has 22.1% chance with plus 388 win percentage or win chance. And that is exciting. That we are favorites at home in the middle of the summer. This is our last summer where we get to use our advantage until next year. Renee Wilder, the head coach of DC United, and Ben Olsen, the head coach of Tottenham Hotspur. We've got Kevin Terry Jr. as the main referee. Victor Rivas is our on-field referee. They're showing Duncan McGuire. By the way, I do not like Victor Rivas. He is a terrible ref. Every time he is our ref, something goes badly for us. And I don't know why, but that's just how it is. Just kind of how it goes. So let's not let it go like that. DC are in their huddle now. Duncan McGuire to get us underway for the first time since May. And get his first MLS touch as a Dynamo player. And we're underway to Jack McGlynn, to Lawrence and Ollie. We are so back to Augustine Resch. Why is Lucas Halter playing right center back? What has happened here? 1 second. Here's Lawrence and Ollie on the left, getting pressed. Who wins a throw in? Or wins a free kick? An Ollie to Resch. To Lucas Halter. To Artur. To Augustine Resch. To Guilherme. To Resch. Let's Guilherme come back and get it. Are we get? Neither of these teams hold a lot of the ball. Andrade. Halter first to go back to the keeper. Bond. Artur. So I'm thinking we're going to be the team in possession. Jack plays it over the top. Looking for Duncan McGuire. Finds Duncan McGuire. Has to drag it out wide to Bausch. Cleared. Only as far as Jack. Jack pulls it wide. He lets it in. It's cleared away. Here's Artur. Artur shoots. It's blocked. Can Jack get there? It's a corner for the Houston Dynamo. I do not really want to look at the thing, so I'm gonna try to do my best to hold off on the score. Guilherme wants to go take the corner for the Houston Dynamo. We've got a lot of guys in the box that can head the ball. Augustine Resch. You got Lucas Halter, Felipe Andrade. Lucas Halter is back in MLS play for the first time since April. Yeah, didn't he get injured? No, he might have gotten injured before that. It might have been March. Might have been Portland, yeah. Wait, when was Portland? Was it Portland in March? Portland might have been in April. Guilherme. Crosses. Headed. It's cleared. That fell really wrong. Artur. And Sean Johnson will come get this. And DC are now in possession. To Bartlett. To Hefty. Bartlett. To Nealis. What a turnaround this DC team has had. This is their first game back, though. Let's see how they do. Bartlett goes back to Nealis. Not getting pressed. Bartlett. And there's Nealis. Here's Bartlett. To Bartlett. Nealis. To Bartlett. They've been going back and forth and back and forth. They have not done a single forward pass. Right back to Nealis. Bartlett, who's captain for DC. Could say he's Captain America. Hefty. Finally a forwards pass. Here is Hopkins. Hopkins goes back to Bartlett and gets pressed by Duncan McGuire. Going back to the keeper, Sean Johnson. To Nealis. To Bartlett. Gets pressed by Duncan McGuire. Lottis has to play it over the top. Resch clears it. It's headed by Hefty. Hefty gets it. Hefty plays it to Baribo. One back by Hector Herrera. Plays it over the top. Looking for Bogusz. Finds Bogusz. Bogusz comes back. Dribbles out of the box. Has to go back to Andrade. Lucas Halter. Artur. To Augustine Resch. To Anali. Loses out to Hefty. And it's a counterattack for DC. Exactly what they're good at. Here is Dozel. Up top, here is Peglo. Taking on Andrade with an overlapping run. Tartor, here is, I think that's Kurokawa. Back to, I think that's to Ozil. Yeah. Peglo. Crosses it in. Over the top. Hopkins! Wide. Not even really close. Goal kick for the Houston Dynamo. Back to the nerves. And Ollie's not really marking. Is very smart here to move back when he does. Resch. To Jonathan Bond. Baribo almost got there. Headed by Bartlett. McGlynn. Bogusz. And Dynamo are all the way back in possession here. Andrade. Artur. Hector Herrera. Artur. Herrera. Bogusz. Jack. Forced to play smart here. Bogusz. On the right. Gives it away. Andrade will get there. Bogusz. Jack. Switches it. Tries to find an ollie. But here is Hefty. And Hopkins. Baribo. Back to play. Here is Hopkins. To Peglo. A lot of space. And here's Kurokawa. Taking on Andrade. Crosses it in. It's going to go out for a throw-in. Dynamo are not supposed to be a possession team. I think that's why we're not doing so well with the ball. We're like super counterattacking. Here they're showing head coach Ben Olsen for the Houston Dynamo. And Hefty goes back to the keeper, Sean Johnson, who's had an interesting MLS career. Nealis to Kurokawa, to Servania, to Bartlett. Hefty. Or not Hefty, that's Hopkins. One back by Resch to Guilherme. To Andrade. To Halter. To Andrade. Halter. To Resh. It does look like 4-1-1 now that I'm looking at it. Halter. Resh. Or that's Andrade. Jack. Andrade to Jack. Jack to Bogusz. Jack carefully gets it back to Andrade. Artur. Andrade to Artur. Something happened here. Here is Hector Herrera on the ball. Artur. Hector switching it, looking for an ollie. Finds an ollie. To Artur. Hopkins wins it back. Artur's heavy touch was not very good there. And Cervania beats 2 Dynamo players. And here's Hopkins. Forced to go back to Hefty. Hefty to Cervania. Cervania looking to Bartlett. Dozo. Nealis. Back to Bartlett. Hefty. Back to Bartlett. To Nealis. Caught by Bond. Resh gets pushed. Is there a call there? Showing DC United head coach Renee Weiler, who's done a pretty good job here at DC. Or here at DC, it's like at DC. I'm a Dynamo fan and I'm in Houston, so like that doesn't help. So Cervania. Bartlett. Nealis. Bartlett. Hefty. Crosses. Headed by Halter. Andrade. Jack. Guilherme. Andrade. Jack. Artur. Artur. Halter. Andrade. Herrera. Careful with it, and he goes to Jack. Jack. To Andrade. To Herrera. To Artur. To Resh. To Halter. Artur. Herrera. Artur. Herrera to Guilherme. It's given away. Nealis clears it. Halter wins it back to Artur. Guilherme in a lot of uncomfortable space. It's given away. Here's Hopkins. And Peglo. It's 3v5. DC taking on, or Peglo taking on Andrade goes back. Cervania to Hopkins. To Hefty taking on Lawrence and Ollie. Hefty. Hopkins. He's going to be able to cross. It's Halter. Okay. Mutanu goes down in the box. Wants a penalty. That's not a penalty. Yeah, that's like Victor Rivas. I know you're probably gonna give that because it's against the Dynamo, but like, come on. Resh. Herrera. No, you're gonna go to VAR, are you? No? Artur, please talk him out of it. They're review they're up they're up there looking. It's not a pen though. It says goal kick to Herrera. To an Ollie. A lot of space. Go to Guilherme. Go to Guilherme. An Ollie to Herrera or to Artur. To Guilherme. Guilherme. I saw someone say it's Guilherme. Guilherme. Halter. Andrade. Bogush. Artur. Please. Herrera. Guilherme. Anali. To Guilherme. Bogush at the edge of the box. Jack. Andrade. Crosses. Headed away by Bartlett. Right back to Andrade. Jack. Bogush. Artur. That was a heavy touch again from Artur, but they didn't press it. Maguire dropping back. Artur. Jack. Artur. Andrade. Andrade in trouble. Jack forced to go back to Halter. Andrade. Lucas Halter. Agustin Resch. Hector Herrera. Lucas Halter. Andrade. Hector, wow, that was so cool. Maguire, it doesn't go his way. Herrera is able to recover it. Artur. Anali out on the left, taking on Hefty. Anali. To Artur at the edge of the box. To Jack, who's on the right. Jack crosses. Cleared away. Back to Jack. He's going to cross it again. And it's going to go out for a goal kick. Guilherme was there, but just a little too far away. It's a goal kick for DC United. They're going to show the what they think was a penalty. Doesn't look like one. Sean Johnson's goal kick is away and headed by Hector Herrera. And it's a free kick for the Houston Dynamo. Servania tackles Herrera. Artur to Hector. To Artur. Artur over the top looking for an ollie. Hefty heads it away. Hopkins. Hefty. Hopkins. Servania. Or Dotel. He's in behind. Good tackle by Jonathan Bond. What a tackle. What a tackle. I don't know how to clap. With like a mic in my hand. Like this. My arm and clap. It fell out of my arms and fell off the cord. Dotel, or it's Dotel. Oh, and behind Peglo, crosses, caught by Jonathan Bond. Hector, Artur, to Jack, to Bogush. Bogush still has it. Running into the midfield. Hector. Guilherme. Resh. Guillerme. Halter. Andrade. Halter. Just played into this space. There's a lot of space here. Resh. Hopkins following Guillerme is an interesting move. Andrade. Halter. Gives it away. Baribo. Muntaanu. Okay, no foul. Bond. No VAR, no. I don't want to see you Muntaanu is a diver. Has dived twice this game. Come on, give him a yellow. Herrera. Artur. Jack. Artur. Herrera. Guillerme. 1 second. Resh. Herrera. Artur. Jack. Andrade. Jack. Herrera. Artur. Resh. Guillerme. Gives it away to Hopkins. Baribo. Artur gets one, and he goes down. An ollie. Herrera. McGlynn. Bogusz. A lot of space. Bogusz shoots. It's blocked by Kurokawa and out, or that was Nealis. And out for a throw into Houston. Is Artur okay? Yes, he is. Jack. Off of a Bogusz throw in. Andrade. And Halter. To Artur. And Ollie. Gets fouled, and that's clearly not good. Free kick to the Houston Dynamo. Pushed down by Hefty. Guillerme is going to take it. Goes quick to an ollie. A lot of space. Crosses. Header. And it goes in, but Victor Rivas is stupid and is upset with something. He says he didn't blow the whistle? What do you mean? Guillerme. Cross comes in. Header. Headed away. Corner. Guillerme. To Bogusz. To Jack. To Guillerme. Cross comes in. It's going to be a goal kick. Sean Johnson to take the goal kick for DC United. Feels like 22 minutes into this game is actually like short. Like there's no way. Kick is away. Headed by Servania. Halter. Dozel. Montanu. Baribo, they're in behind. Halter gets it. And Bond. Bondy clears it. McGuire's header. Bartlett is able to get to it. Peglo taking on Andrade. Servania. Or no, Dozel. Guillermo almost intercepts it, but Hefty. Bartlett. Nealis. Bartlett. Nealis. Artur wins it back. Here's Andrade. It's a foul. Halter. Herrera. Artur. Herrera. Hector Herrera. Artur. Jack. Guillermo. Goes down. What do you mean, no foul? Here's Sean Johnson for DC United. That's not a dive. You're stupid. Victor Rivas, so annoying. Worst ref in the league. There's a reason I called him the worst ref in the league. Servania. No one I hate more. Hefty. Bartlett. And Ollie. Cleared by an Ollie. Headed away. Here's Artur. Jack. He's gonna go to Bogusz. Beats his man. Keeps going. Shoots! Just saved by Sean Johnson. That's the best chance of the game so far. If he just lays this off at the edge of the box, I think that's a goal. Guillermo's running, and like you can, if you lay it off there. Bartlett. To Hefty. To Bartlett. To Nealis. To Kurokawa. To Nealis. To Nealis. Or to Bartlett, I mean. Over the top. Resh's header. Caught by Bond. Andrade. Artur. Herrera. Bogusz makes a run, but Herrera doesn't play it. Goes to Resh. Guillermo. Guillermo. Still Guillermo. Gets tackled, and that's got to be a free kick. It is. Yeah, clear contact. Oh, a lot closer than the goal than I thought. Jack's gonna take it. Jack. Header, halter, it's just wide. Not too far though. Let's go Dynamo. We're back. We're back in like a lot of momentum. Sean Johnson clears it. Headed by Artur. Peglo. Savanya. It's one back. Peglo. Hopkins. Crosses. Halter says, I'm sorry. There's no way I'm allowing that to go past me. Kurokawa to go take the corner for DC United. Oh, it's a throw-in. Goal kick, I think. Maybe it's a corner. Might be. What is it? That's a goal kick. That's a goal kick off Nealis. That's a goal kick. Ref. Well, it's Victor Rivas. What did I expect? Come on, Dynamo. Head this away. Headed away by Resch. They have a lot of space, though. Artur wins it. Cleared away, and Ollie tries to get to it. I have no idea who 21 is. Honestly. Headed. Here's Hector. Switches it. Looking for Bogusz. Can Bogusz get there? No, he can't. That would have been a 2-on-1. Bogusz has been really good today. And we are at hydration break. We're back in play. Here's our tour. Jack, McGuire. What am I saying? Herrera, Jack, Andrade. Jack to Herrera. Jack to an ollie. To Jack to Guillerme. To an ollie. Taking on Hopkins. Hopkins wins it back. Servania. Dozell. Goes back to the keeper. Cleared. Only as far as Andrade. Bogusz. That's a clear handball. Hopkins wins it back. There was a handball here. Muntanu. Shoots. Oh, just so over the bar. Wasn't bad. Wasn't a bad shot at all. Ooh, hit someone in the back. Jonathan Bond. Artur. Herrera. Artur. This team started off not very great and is now great though. Is now or not? I mean, not great, like pretty good. Here's Andrade. Herrera. McGuire. What am I doing? What's my pronunciation? He wins it back. A lot of space. To an ollie. Can he keep it? Or he's forced to go back, but yeah, he's able to keep it. Artur and ollie. Guillerme. He's gonna shoot. It's blocked, and Hopkins. How is that a foul? But the other one wasn't a handball. Like, oh my gosh, Victor Rivas. Montanu diving again. Hefty. Bartlett. Goes back to Shaw Johnson. Going along over the top. Andrade. Bogusz. Kurokawa. One back by Bogusz. And one back by EC. Here is Dozell. To Nealis. To Kurokawa. Scared, kind of. Nealis. Kurokawa. Playing it over the top. And Halter. Andrade back, or Artur back in possession of the Dynamo. Herrera. Guillerme. Artur. Artur from Jack. Here's Herrera. McGuire. Jack. To Bogusz. To Jack. Back to Bogusz. He's going to cross it. Guillerme's header. It's blocked and cleared. Bond will give this to Resch after it's cleared. Herrera. Artur to an ollie. Free kick to the Dynamo in that exact spot again. This is so crazy. I'm confused. What is going on here? Can the Dynamo ever be able to play it quickly, please? Jack and Guilherme over it. Jack will take it. Guilherme walks away. Jack headed away, only as far as Hector Herrera. Goal, Hector Herrera! Ache. 1-0 Houston Dynamo. And that is so great. What a goal. That could be goal of the week. Just from the 18-yard line. 18, just like right in the box. And it's a goal with his right foot into the bottom corner. You remember the Bogusz strike from earlier? That's kind of what it was like. Except there was a lot of men in the way. So it beat one. So it beat them all. It's a great 1-0. 1 second, by the way. What a goal. Bottom right corner. Sean Johnson not able to get there. Off of a set piece. Exactly what Ben Olsen said, we need to be more clinical. May have been headed away right to him, but that's better than it not going in at all. Bartlett. Jonathan Bond. Nealis. Back to Johnson. Back to Nealis. Kurokawa. Peglo. Kurokawa. Peglo, it's out for a throw-in to the Dynamo. Can we get a second before halftime? 2-0 is a dangerous lead, though. Especially getting it before halftime. Because you don't want to... Artur gives it away. Kurokawa to... Who's number 21? I don't know who's 21. It was Dozel. Here is Nealis. To Bartlett. Bartlett. Savania. Kurokawa. Peglo. Crosses. Caught by Bond. Bond rolls it quick to Jack. To Bogusz. Halter. Herrera. To Artur. Resch. To Herrera. Guilherme. Herrera. Guilherme. Herrera. Guilherme. Herrera. And Andrade. Bogusz. Jack. Tries to find Bogusz. I think Nealis will cut it out. It's a throw in. Jack will take it quick to Andrade. Or to Herrera, actually. Guilherme. Jack. Jack to an ollie. Taking on Hefty. Beats one now Hopkins. McGlynn. And Peglo's able to kick it to Johnson. Artur. Andrade. Halter. Here's Guilherme. Brazilian to another Brazilian, which is Artur. McGlynn. And that actually came from Halter, who is Brazilian. McGlynn to an ollie to back to McGlynn. An ollie. Resch. Artur. Guilherme. Andrade. Halter. Jack. And Ollie. Loses it to Hefty. Hefty clears it to Hopkins. And there's a foul against Herrera. On the Dynamo's bench, they've got a lot of guys on it. Who's that? That's got to be DC's bench. Ordaz is on their bench. Servania. Kurokawa. Oh, that was so risky from them. Nealis to Bartlett. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes of stoppage. I mean, Hefty. And Bartlett. Peglo. Artur. Baribo. Kurokawa crosses. It's headed away. Hopkins. And Ollie will get there. Guilherme. Keeps it in. Now makes the... That was in. That was in. That was in. No way. That was still in. Ref. Hefty. Peglo. Hopkins. And Ollie wins it back. Hector Herrera. Hopkins. Baribo. Artur. Artur, what are you doing? Alright. Artur wins it. Bogush. Dozell. Peglo. Kurokawa. Dozell. Crosses. Hopkins' header is going to go wide. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Dynamo. And Ollie. Guilherme. Guilherme. Dozell. Hefty. Bartlett. Andrade. Corner. Peglo. Ooh, that was almost an Olympico. Goal kick for the Dynamo. Thank goodness. Bond. Headed away by Nealis. Andrade. Peglo. Dazelle. Peglo. Dazelle. Peglo. Dazelle. Peglo. Caught by Bond. Guillerme. Balush. Oh, his touch is just not good enough that it's intercepted and goes back to the keeper. Herrera. Halftime. See you in the second half. Back for the second half. That was like a forced cough, by the way. Baribo to get us underway. And we're underway. Right back to to Bartlett, I think. Header by Halter, or that might be Andrade. I think that's Halter. Here's Dozell. Servania. I don't like their energy. Hefty to Hopkins. Header. Headed away by Andrade. Offside. They look pity. Resch to Bond. To Artur. To Resch. To Anali. To Guilherme. To Hector. To Guilherme. It's a bad touch, so he's have to force to wait for Artur. To Jack. Bogusz. 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 What a save. Hector Herrera. Crosses. Just over Maguire. Can Maguire get there? He can't. So close. Just put a little bit of height on that ball. And that's 2-0. Bro, I got like an itch. Free kick for the Houston Dynamo. As I think that's Artur that goes down. Jack and Guilherme over it. Cross by Guilherme. Header just wide. Hector Herrera's header just goes wide. Goal kick to DC. Okay, so that's kind of annoying. Halter. To Resch. Last time we played DC, I want to put this back down so I don't have to see it. Herrera to Guilherme. Herrera to Anali. To Artur. Herrera. Given away. Here's Hopkins. That had to have gone out. It did, according to the referee. Throw in by Anali. To Artur. Can Hector keep it? Anali. Maguire, what do you mean? You signaled to the Dynamo and then Resch wins it. Guilherme to Artur. That was Herrera to Guilherme to Artur, and he clears it. Jack. Guilherme. Cross. Just over Duncan Maguire, and Kurokawa will take this. He'll Andrade. How is that? He wins the ball. Pegalo doesn't hold on to that. Bogusz hits it first. You can't be serious. Bogusz could have had us up 2-0 right now. We have an injury. It looks like it's Hopkins. Ow, I accidentally hit my shoulder with the mic. I mean, I don't like Victor Rivas. It's an injury. Not exactly sure what's happening. Peltola. In for Jonathan in for Hopkins. Peltola. Okay. Nealis. Andrade. Can Jack get there? Jack does. Forced to go back. Bogusz goes down. That's a free kick to the Dynamo. Thank you, Rivas, for actually one good decision at least. Okay, he's had a couple of good ones. Guilherme. Artur. Andrade. Bogusz. Jack. Andrade. Halter. Resch. Artur. Resch. Halter. Andrade. Halter. To Resch. Tartor. To Hector. Andrade. Bogusz. Peglo. Peltola. Maguire wins it back. Goes back to an ollie. To Guilherme. Back to Resch. Halter. Goes to Resch. Back to Halter. To Andrade, I think. Yeah. To Jack. To Artur. To Herrera. A lot of space for Guilherme. Taking on Hefty. Plays it into Anali. Goes back to Guilherme. Guilherme to Artur. Jack. His shot just way over the bar. Hits the pitch side patio board. Or sign. Banner. Philadelphia won. Cincinnati barely beat Vancouver in a thriller. Charlotte, Kansas is winning against Minnesota. Miami's winning. New York cleared. Artur is gonna win it. Austin is winning. Yikes. Kurokawa. They're playing Seattle though, so maybe it's actually kind of a good thing that they win that one game. Savannah. Or Savannah. Bartlett. Peltola. Peglo. Shot by Muntaanu, and it goes wide for a corner off a deflection. Kurokawa shot, and it's hits the head of I think Lucas Halter, and he's down. Lucas Halter, please do not be hurt. Kurokawa hits him right in the head. Possible concussion here. He looks fine. They're bringing in Ponce. And Duncan McGuire is out. Not a terrible debut. But pulled way too early. For Ponce, who should be out of this team. I think they should have let him go for at least another 7 minutes. This is not where the ball was. Peltola. Here's Kurokawa. Kurokawa. He's going to be able to get across it, I think. Cleared away by Artur. Let Halter in. They're going to take him off. Andrade. Spiritchenko's probably coming on then. Let him back on. Spiritchenko is in full jersey, though. Ponce. Yeah, he's coming off. Halter's a little frustrated. Sviatchenko in. Do we have a free kick or something? Concussion substitution. So we now have 6 subs eligible to both teams. Jack McGlynn takes it. Header by Sviatchenko. Caught by the keeper, Sean Johnson. Hefty. Bartlett. To Nealis. Kurokawa. There's it. Eric Sviatchenko. Peltola. Up top is Dozel. The cross cleared away by Sviatchenko. Only Sparks Peltola who shoots it to the moon. Resch to take the goal kick for the Dynamo. It's not even a full on assist. Come on. Retort. And throw in for the Dynamo. Andrade. To Herrera. Guilherme. Bogusz is in behind. Kurokawa tracking. He beats one. He shoots and it's saved by Sean Johnson, and we're so close to 2-0. Bogusz just had 2 of the best 3 of our chances today. Maybe even 4 4. Like the best 4 of our chances have come from 3 of them have come from Bogusz. From Bogusz shots, and then the other one was a Herrera. The cutback was so nice there. What a save by Sean Johnson. The corner? Where did the flag go up? The flag went up. You're joking. Hate it. Nealis. Bartlett. Nealis. To Bartlett. One back by Guilherme. Guilherme. To Jack. Artur. To Anali. Cleared away by Kurokawa. Eric Sviatchenko. Bogusz. Throw into the Dynamo. Jack. Guilherme. Tries to find Ponce. It's cleared. Andrade. Jack. Peltola gets a touch. Baribo. How is that a foul on Resch? Like, come on, ref. He gets the first touch. Baribo. It's annoying. Hefty. Dozell. Playing on the right now. Hefty. Peltola. Nealis. Ooh, that's Peltola. Bartlett. Hefty. Nealis. Kurokawa. They have 3 subs, and one of them is Ordaz. And Nealis goes back to the keeper, Sean Johnson. No press. Sends it, and headed by Sviatchenko. That was so anticlimactic. Herrera. Bogusz. Jack. To Guilherme. Guilherme taking on Hefty. Guilherme. Cross. Peltola, and caught by Sean Johnson. What? Energy saver. Oh. Imagine if my computer died while streaming. Guilherme's held, and that should be a yellow card. And it is. First one of the game to Hefty. Free kick from a good position to cross it. Get an Eric Sviatchenko header here. Ordaz in. Stroud in. Kojima in. Peglo. Muntaanu out, and Savania out. Herrera to Sviatchenko. They did not cross it. They passed it. Artur. Resch. Sviatchenko. Ponce. Jack in a lot of space. To Bogusz. Takes another touch. Crosses it. Can Anali get there? It's cleared away by Stroud. Andrade. Artur. Herrera. Anali taking on Hefty. Anali. Jack. Blocked. And it's a corner for Houston. Going into the 69th minute now. Dynamo trying to get their second so they can win this 2-0. Perfect idea from Anali to lay it off for Jack. And it worked, but it was blocked. Jack's going to take the corner. Third one of the match for the Dynamo. Andrade being annoying over there. Jack. Ponce's header. Chenko. It's cleared. Artur. What do you mean? Someone on the Dynamo got a yellow card that should not have been a yellow card. And I think it's Artur. Yeah, that should not have been a yellow. Guilherme keeps it in. What do you mean? Oh my gosh. Bro, I'm coughing like crazy. Someone else got a yellow card. Stop being so aggressive with the yellows, too. Like, so recently. Did Guillermo get one? For what? Fresh. Bond. To Sviatchenko. Back to Bond. A lot of space, though. Need to be careful. Resh. Artur. Herrera. Artur. Anali. Anali. Still going. Anali still going. Anali. Herrera. Given away. Stroud. Plays it out wide. Here is Ordaz. Peltola. Ordaz. Stroud. Stroud shoots. Blocked. Herrera goes down. 2 players go down. Herrera's given a yellow, or someone's given a yellow. Ref has his yellow out. Dozel. They both can get a yellow card, I think. But it's going to go to Dozel. I had a feeling it was going to go to Dozel just based off like his body language. Resh. Artur. Herrera. Teresh. Bogush. He's offside. When are we doing a hydration break, guys? Bartlett. Dozel. And play it. And there is Artur. McGlynn. Guillerme. Out on the left. Taking on Dozel. Guillerme. Blocked. Back off him and out for a corner or goal kick to DC. Gillis. Bartlett. Kojima. Cleared by Andrade. Kurokawa. And we're at hydration break. So I think Anali off, Negri on, Artur off, Samaseku on. Kurokawa's long throw in hit, or no, Artur's not in. We're tied. Baribo scores. There's a check for it. This shouldn't count. We're underway. Samaseku. Andrade. Sviatchenko. Resh. We're not gonna win this game, are we? Bond. As soon as Hector goes out. Hector and an Ollie. Sviatchenko. Ponce is a problem because we're not going to be able to score with Ponce on the field. Artur. Resh. Sviatchenko. Ponce. Jack. Negri. Shoots. It's just wide. Ordaz had the assist his first game with DC. Jack McGlynn. Sviatchenko. Negri. Guilherme. Samaseku. Artur. Samaseku. Resh. Sviatchenko. They've somehow swapped left center back and right center back. Resh. McGlynn. Samaseku. Sviatchenko. Here's Guilherme. Guilherme. Artur. Andrade. Jack McGlynn. Balush. Andrade. Resh. McGlynn. Samaseku. Artur. Balush. It's a free kick for DC. Late in this game, can the Dynamo get a winner? Baribo. Stroud plays it over the top. Cleared away by Sviatchenko. Throw into DC. Are they going to do another long throw in? No, they're not. Kurokawa. Back to Bartlett. FD. Stroud. Dozel. Ponce wins it back. Ponce kind of running into a wall here. He's able to win a throw in. Trying to think of guys on the bench that I'd like to sub on. Maybe Linger. Aliu, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do Holmes. I don't want to do Holmes either. Negri throws back to Resh. Sviatchenko. To Resh. Sviatchenko. Andrade. McGlynn. Ponce. Goes down. Resh. Artur. Samaseku. Guilherme. Or is that Negri? That's Negri. Cross comes in. Headed away. Negri. Samaseku. Negri. Artur. Given away. Here's Baribo. One back by Jack McGlynn. Bogush. Andrade. Bogush. To Jack. To Artur. To Guilherme. To Jack McGlynn. To Felipe Andrade. To Artur. To Jack McLean. To Bogusz. Guilherme. Jack. Guilherme. Andrade. Saseku. Artur. Andrade's cross. Header, it's just over the bar. So close, Negri. If you could just keep that down. Linger and Holmes. Also one for DC. Dozell out. Linger in for Bogusz. And I'm going to say Holmes in for Andrade. Yep. Holmes and Linger in. We're in the 88th minute now, because come on, Dynamo. Markovic in for DC. Sean Johnson. Headed by Samaseku. Guilherme. Peltola. Back to Sean Johnson. Clears it. Shijima. Won it back. Here's Artur. Free kick for the Dynamo. Resh. To Artur. Holmes. Linger. Ponce, what was that? Why did he shoot that? He should have laid it back. If he lays that back for Linger, Linger's almost guaranteed to score. Or backkill it to Negri. So Negri can shoot that. We're in the 90th minute now. I'd say about 6 minutes of stoppage. Header by Andrade. Or that's not Andrade. I don't know who that is. Linger. What do you mean? What are you stopping play for? DC's the one holding on to Ponce. Ugh. Nealis literally heads it to Linger. That's not a foul. That's like barely even. That does nothing. Come on. How much stoppage should we get? John Johnson to take the free kick. Rash's header. Linger. Guilherme. Samaseku. Linger. 8 minutes. Linger. Samaseku. Guilherme. Dwayne Holmes. Guilherme just puts it over the bar on a scissor kick. Or that was Linger. Ready for the goal kick. And it's away. Barivo. Kojima. Taking on Dwayne Holmes with an overlapping run from Kurokawa. It doesn't go to him. Peltola. Markovic. Kurokawa. Goes back to Markovic. Shima. Deflected, and it's Ponce here. Dwayne Holmes. Ponce. Guilherme. Negri. Guilherme. Artur. Guilherme. Shot. Caught by Sean Johnson. So unlucky. Guilherme was so close. Markovic. Kojima. And that was Kurokawa to Kojima. And now Kojima's in behind. Tackle by Resch. Is it off there? Negri wins it back for the Dynamo. Guilherme. Artur. Ezekiel Ponce. Jack McGlynn. Linger. McGlynn. Artur. Guilherme. Negri. Cleared away by Peltola. Guilherme. Linger. Headed away. Cleared away by Peltola. Sviatchenko, why don't you just grab it and turn? Bond. Resch. Artur. Guilherme. Stroud gets a yellow, and we have a free kick here. Is Jack on? Clips his cleat. Markovic gets the yellow. Jack to take it. Sean Johnson organizing his wall. Guilherme over it. He hits the wall with his free kick. That was all part of his plan, hopefully. Guilherme crosses it in, headed away to Samaseku. Guilherme. Artur. To Jack. To Artur. Ponce. Cleared away. Samaseku. Resh. Guilherme. To Resh. Or that's Jack. Artur. Sviatchenko, what was that? Sviatchenko gets a yellow card. Or was that Ponce? Oh, it is Sviatchenko. Stroud gets a yellow. And for the Dynamo, this is the last chance. McGlynn. Sviatchenko. Sends it across the field. Looking for Ponce. Linger. Samaseku. McGlynn. Please, Dynamo. Resh. To McGlynn. McGlynn, pull something out of a hat, please. Holmes. Samaseku. Resh. Sviatchenko. Holmes. Crosses. Caught by the keeper. And I think that's final. Kurokawa. Kojima, it's final. It's unlucky that we didn't win it, but second tie of the season ends in a 1-1 draw against DC United, where we should have won. We really should have won. I'm really disappointed in the team. Thank you for watching. See you Saturday.